Hey everybody, this video comes from our health call that we did yesterday, and it's on weight loss, asking me about what are some of the best tips and advice on weight loss. So of course I advise you first to please check out and read the weight loss page, which will start to give you a little bit more information and direction on that. Of course, fill out the questionnaire if that's your health goal, so that way when I make my recommendations, I know that that's one of your main goals. But it really comes down to those who are seeking weight loss benefits. Okay, we have to again look at fatty acids and fat under the skin, and really what that is mainly is water. Okay, it's bound up into different form of actual fatty acids. The actual content, your body's mostly water, correct? So first off, a lot of people get excited when they're doing a lot of steam sessions. They're very gung-ho. They do a whole lot of them that first week or so, and they seem like they lose a lot of weight. Just keep in mind a lot of that's water weight. So with that in mind, of course, it's important to stay hydrated. And this is really important when it comes to weight loss, because in general, if you have a lot of extra weight on you, for sure we see some additional common signs like increased blood pressure and also chronic dehydration. So it's very important, if you think you're going to do a lot of steam sessions per week, especially in the warmer months, both warmer months and actually in the winter time, when you usually have a lot of dry heat, very little moisture content in the air, you really want to make sure that you're replenishing water, electrolytes, and things like that. And so that's why I advise things like taking the right type of salt, maybe a brine-free salt that's extra low in sodium, that I sell and promote, because that's a very unique salt from the standpoint that the sodium content's extremely low, and usually we're all getting too much sodium just from various places, depending on your diet, of course. And then so one of the great techniques of using steam for weight loss is that we're going to increase the amount of calorie expenditure, because your core temperature is actually raising itself. And there are actually some strategies with using some different type of equipment. We're just doing a little bit of exercise to start to increase your core body temperature and your metabolism before actually going into the steam room. And so there's different sorts of strategies I can email you about, protocols I should say, if weight loss is your main goal, and also making sure that you're getting a steamer or steam generator that has a really intense dry heat that's putting out a lot of radiant temperature without it being too wet. And you really want, it's almost like you're trying to get after the type of effect that a hot sauna creates, but with steam. So there definitely are differences that I talk about between the generators, and some that are actually going to raise your core body temperature much faster. And that's the key too. So you want to increase or accomplish as much calorie expenditure over your 15-20 minute session, and certainly much faster. So if you have any more questions, it's a very interesting topic area, but you also really have to be conscious
about doing the right things to support your body, because when you start to lose a lot of weight, it creates a lot of oxidation. There's a lot of more of an acidic waste loss in your body. It can shift your pH a lot. There's other supportive sorts of supplements and dietary shifts that I think are important to maximize the amount of weight you can actually lose. And again, it's not just water weight, even though most of it's water weight, but we're talking here about really opening up those fat cells, inducing lipolysis, and moving out, of course, all the toxins that come out of that at the same time, and doing it safely without really overtaxing the immune system. So please reach out to me if you have any questions about that.